Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, my viewers, depending on where you are viewing me from. Happy Sunday to everyone. Hey, welcome to the show, African Pacesetters. It's me again, your regular host, Adichie Demudia, coming your way with the African Pacesetters, airing at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's just stick to Nigerian time, okay? 8 p.m. Nigerian time every Sunday. We used to stream here at 6 p.m., but we just moved it 2 hours because of something else, okay? And now we're going to be streaming at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. So please don't forget, if anything changes, you'll be the first to know, I promise you. This live show is, we stream this live show concurrently on 3 platforms every day. We stream on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So make sure you tune in into one of these platforms to watch us. And if you can't afford to watch at that time, watch us later, like, subscribe, and share. I always tell you, share our program. This program is powered by the GCSDN organization. Okido. So let's just go on with the show. Today we're bringing you Nigerian and another African woman from Zimbabwe currently making waves worldwide. Let's keep telling our stories. Let's keep telling our stories. Let's keep telling our stories. Let's keep giving kudos to those that deserve it. Anyone, male or female, who goes out of their way to make others feel better, to do something for the other person, is the hero or heroine. We need to also celebrate them. They are worthy of celebration. Okay, so before we move on this program, I will encourage you to bring in your friends. Okay, bring in your friends, share the video, invite more people to come in and watch us. Okay, so we're going on a quick break, and I'm going to be back shortly. So before I come back, make sure you have your friends in the fold. Okay, I'll see you shortly.
Man, the only thing what Nigeria need now make you and me, make all of us come out massively, make we go register for our PVC.
Continue.
If you register for your PVC, make everybody come out massively, make we go vote.
That is not corruption.
Make we vote against bad governance and ungodly leadership. Ungodly leaders. Because now vote, now INEC they can't, not be prayer point. This now my PVC.
Okay.
As for me, I don't enter house, not in the street.
Thank you and welcome back to the show, African Pacesetters. It's very sunny here today, but I'm down with the seasonal allergies, so I have to keep taking my tea. I promised I was going to be here, so I couldn't fail you. Okay, so welcome back. Please leave your comments for me. I will try and respond to all comments or most of the comments if time permits. Okay, so let's talk about the first segment. Chimamanda Adichie Ngozi. She's one of Nigeria's finest writers. Have you heard of that name? Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, one of the finest writers in Nigeria. She was born in the city of Enugu in Nigeria, the fifth of 6 children in an Igbo family. She was raised in the university town of Nsukka in Enugu State, where her father was a professor and her mother was the first female registrar. Excuse me. She studied medicine and pharmacy at the University of Nigeria for 1.5 years before moving to America and studying at the Eastern Connecticut State University. She's pretty, ain't she? Adichie holds 16 honorary doctorate degrees. Oh my goodness. 16. In fact, this is 10. Like uncountable honorary degrees from different universities. And some of the world-best universities, including the Yale University, University of Pennsylvania, University of Edinburgh, the Duke University, Georgetown University, Johns Hopkins University. Chimamanda's most popular TED Talk is called The Danger of a Single Story. highlighting the importance of representation for Africans and marginalized people. I am going to play the short clip from the video so you know exactly what she means by um, a single story. Okay, so sit back and just watch this video.
All of these stories make me who I am. But to insist on only these negative stories is to flatten my experience and to overlook the many other stories that formed me. The single story creates stereotypes, and the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but that they are incomplete. They make one story become the only story. Of course, Africa is a continent full of catastrophes, the immense ones, such as the horrific rapes in Congo, and depressing ones, such as the fact that 5,000 people apply for one job vacancy in Nigeria. But there are other stories that are not about catastrophe, and it is very important, it is just as important to talk about them. I've always felt that it is impossible to engage properly with a place or a person without engaging with all of the stories of that place and that person. The consequence of the single story is this: it robs people of dignity. It makes our recognition of our equal humanity difficult. It emphasizes how we are different rather than how we are similar. So what if before my Mexican trip, I had followed the immigration debate from both sides, the US and the Mexican? What if my mother had told us that Fide's family was poor and hardworking? What if we had an African television network that broadcast diverse African stories all over the world, what the Nigerian writer Chinua Achebe calls a balance of stories? What if my roommate knew about my Nigerian publisher, Mukhtar Bakare, a remarkable man who left his job in a bank to follow his dream and start a publishing house? Now, the conventional wisdom was that Nigerians don't read literature. He disagreed. He felt that people who could read would read if you made literature affordable and available to them. Shortly after he published my first novel, I went to a TV station in Lagos to do an interview. And a woman who worked there as a messenger came up to me and said, "I really liked your novel. I didn't like the ending. Now you must write a sequel, and this is what will happen."
So you do understand what she means by a single story. When Chimamanda is talking about a single story, highlighting the importance of representation. So when you talk about single stories, when you have one-sided story, one story about the person, you don't know if this person is showing white, and at the end, at the back is showing red. So she's saying a complete story will bring in a complete result. You know, you being able to judge somebody from the whole story, from the whole book, not just one part of that. Because this is how they see Africans. We Africans, they judge us by what they just hear, what they hear, what they see on the TV, but they don't really know us. So that's why she's striving. You know, that story really has garnered a lot of viewers, a lot of critics, a lot of everything, you know, that we should also, you know, strive to know the other side of this person, the other side of this continent, the other side of this nation, not just one-sided. So that is what Chimamanda is doing. Her first novel, Purple Hibiscus, 2003, won the Commonwealth Writers' Prize. And her second novel, Half of a Yellow Sun, 2006, won the Orange Prize. Her 2013 novel, Americana, won the U.S. National Book Critics Circle Award and was named one of the New York Times top 10 best books of 2013. So Chimamanda has a lot of honorary degrees. I said it before, and she's still grabbing all those degrees. She's done so much for herself. Her picture is she is a clear picture of somebody who got a soft landing, meaning a platform on which she thrived on, and that platform should continue. But even at that, You may come from a very well-educated background, all intellectuals in your family. There is finances to go to school. There is a lot of support emotionally, psychologically, financially, and otherwise. And if you yourself, you the subject, don't strive hard, you don't fight hard, you don't press hard, you're not going to be where she is today. So let's give credit to her background. Yes, she came from a family of intellectuals, but she herself did a lot of hard work, to achieve, to gain, to climb to that pace. She did a lot for herself. So don't just say it's because of her background. She did a lot. She's a heroine to me. I give her kudos for all these honorary degrees, making literature easier for students to study, just grabbing all these degrees from everywhere, changing lives, especially the lives of women. People are looking up to her. She's an example. People are looking up to her. They want to emulate her because she's done so well for herself and she's doing also for other people. So she's worthy of celebration. That's why I said, if any one of you, if we go out of our comfort zone, just a little out of our comfort zone to help others, to make others feel good, we're supposed to celebrate you because it's not easy. It's not easy to do those things. So I am going to, and I want you to also go back to Wikipedia. You see her there and read a lot on her. It's good to read books. It's good to be inquisitive so you know more about this person. When I play video, I do a short clip because of time factor. So, but I want you to go back and see this whole thing on YouTube and in Wikipedia. So let's see if we have any comments waiting for us before we move on to the second segment. IA, she is very smart woman. I admire her work. Yes, very, very smart, very smart, very smart. I give her kudos. She deserves all the honor that she's gotten, and she's still grabbing more. IA again. Well done, Sister Edith, for another great topic. Yeah, very inspiring. Thank you, IA, for coming onto the show. Very inspiring show, very inspiring topic. These are the topic that even I am moved, and it makes me want to do something. I'm looking at these women doing so much beyond their reach, and you don't want to just sit there and be complacent. You also want to do something, right? So moving on. Let's welcome back to the second segment of the show. In case you're just tuning in, we just talked about one of our finest writers in Nigeria. She's based in the US, but she is originally from Nigeria. Her name is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Okay, and she is a fine writer. In fact, one of the finest because of what she's done. Great works. So we give her kudos. So we're moving on to the second segment quickly. And now we're going to talk about Dr. Trent Tererai from Zimbabwe. Dr. Trent Tererai from Zimbabwe. She was born in the village of Zipani, Zimbabwe. She comes from a very poor background and was not allowed to go to school. The men in her village believed that boys are the breadwinners of tomorrow. Hence, only males should be educated. The girls will eventually become dependent on the men later in life. To the village, girls' education was a waste of time and funds. Can you believe? It was, so then they didn't believe that girls should be educated. They just thought women are for procreation alone. Why should you go to school when at the end you're going to end up in your husband's house and your husband's kitchen? So why should we, the parents, spend money on the girls? Why should you be educated? Why are you wasting our time? They never believed in girls. So excuse me. I told you I'm down with seasonal allergies, right? So excuse me, my dear viewers. Okay, this is what we face if we have allergies. I hope you don't have the one I have. Okay, so let's move on. So those men never believed in women. They just think only girls can do, only men it's supposed to be in school. Only men supposed to be, recognized, because eventually the women are just going to keep having babies, popping babies out like a factory, which is supposed not to be true. So moving on, she had so much passion. Tererai had so much passion for education, and she taught herself how to read and write from her brother's books, and eventually started doing her brother's homework. She was so smart. Her brothers, she never went to school at that time that she started reading. Her brothers bring the books from school. She will read from, she taught herself how to read. She would take her brother's book and she'll be reading, like putting ABC together and pronouncing words just by herself. She had so much passion for education. She started reading by herself. So when her brothers brought books from school for homework, she would do the homework. She would do the homework even better than her brothers. So when the teacher heard about this, that she was the one doing the homework for her brothers, the teacher was amazed. So the teacher came home and pleaded with the father, Terrorized father, and said, this girl is smart, absolutely intelligent. Please don't let her just stay home and waste away like this. She needs to be in school. And later the father yielded to the teacher's request. So later the father yielded to the teacher's request. She attended school for a very short period, but her dreams was again stalled when her father accepted a cow in exchange for her bride price. That just made me almost, bring me tears. Exchange a cow for her bride price. So that dream of education again was stalled. But you know what? You're going to hear the best of her. Keep going. Come with me. At the age of 18, she already had 3 children without a school diploma. Because she was married so early off, she went to the marital home, and she had 3 children by 18. But there was no diploma, there was no high school, and her husband molested her for wanting education. Even in her husband's house, she was still, she still wished to be educated. She still sneaked and looked at books, and her husband never, gave her kudos for that. Trent always got encouragement from her mother right from day one to keep dreaming about her wishes. She wrote down these dreams on the paper, put the paper in the scrap of tin, and buried it. One fateful day, and the light shined on Turarai. There was a lady that came to their village in Zimbabwe. Her name was Joe Locke from Heifer International. Visited her village and asked every woman about her greatest dream. And Terara replied, this woman said, I want to go to America. I wanted to go to America to get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and eventually a PhD. In 1998, that dreams came true. She moved to Oklahoma with her 5 children and her husband in America. 3 years later, she got her bachelor's degree in agricultural education and went on to earn a master's degree in 2003, and her husband was deported for abuse. You see, African men, not all of them, please don't nail me now, not all of them. So they are what they are. His beliefs, he still took it down to America. He was still abusing this woman for what he knows best, I don't know. But when they got to America, the abuse continued because this woman continued to go to school. She continued to pursue her dreams. She continued to live her dreams, and she wouldn't give up. So I want to play a quick video for you to see who Terarai is. Just acquaint yourself with her. Okay, let me put on the quick
We're
video.
lucky enough to have Oprah's all-time favourite guest, Terarai Trent, here in Australia for a homewares launch where the proceeds go straight back to her foundation. Born into an impoverished rural village in Zimbabwe, Dr. Terarai Trent is living proof that dreams can come true. Forbidden to attend school, married off at 11 to a violent man, she had 3 children by the time she was 18. Hope would have seemed like the furthest thing from her mind, but Terarai had a quiet determination to break the cycle of poverty. I mean, there's so much of your story to tell, and it's hard to know where to start.
I met a woman who would change my life. I was in my early 20s. She came to the village and she asked me one question that no one had asked me before. What are your dreams? Wow. And I'm looking at this woman and thinking, me, Tererai, poor, me, black woman, marginalized, I'm supposed to dream? You must be kidding me. But I think it was the way she kept on looking at me and nudging me and asking, what are your dreams? And I told her I wanted to go to America. I wanted to have an undergraduate degree, a master's and a PhD. When I told her, she used this word, tinogona, which means it is achievable. Your dreams are achievable. And I ran to my mother and I said, oh, I met a woman who truly made me believe I can achieve my dreams. And you know, sometimes women or anyone or a child or anyone facing challenges in their lives, they just need that one person who can look into their eyes and say, I see you, I believe in you. And I needed that as a woman who was so, I mean, I didn't have any education at all. So my mother said, Tererai, if you believe in what this stranger has said to you, please write down your dreams and bury them. The word bury and plant in my language are the same. And bury them deep down under the ground.
So you actually wrote them down and buried them?
Oh yeah, I did. When I showed my mother what I had written for my dreams, remember I had only 4. And she said, my mother then said, your dreams will have greater meaning when they are tied to the betterment of your community. Because she said, this is what gives meaning. This is what gives purpose in our lives. When we connect our personal dreams and our personal goals to the greater good, we find joy.
Tererai had one last dream, and that was to give back by building a school to educate the girls of her village. Tererai's life changed when Oprah brought her onto the show and she was crowned Oprah's all-time favourite guest. Then, the ultimate random act of happiness, Oprah surprised her with $1.5 million to start the school. What's one thing you'd love to say to all the women out there that may be second-guessing themselves and not taking chances?
Never be silenced. Reclaim your voice and believe in your dreams. And I always say to women, think about your personal dreams and think about how they can impact humanity, because that's the reason why we are here on earth.
Oh, I'm watching her. I'm loving this lady is truly dogged and unwavering in her wishes. She's a clear example of someone raised from poverty, but she fought her way through to empowerment. Her life story was featured in the 2009 Half the Sky by Nicholas Kristof and Sherry Wooden. Oprah. She's been on Oprah, and Oprah ran a segment on Trent on the Oprah episode concerning the book Half the Sky. Now, this is the catch. Oprah sent a crew with Trent back to Zimbabwe to dig up the piece of thing in which she had buried the paper with her goals. Beautiful. Since earning her PhD degree in 2009, Trent obtained a 2-year commitment to work for Heifer International, which paid for her PhD. Also in 2009, she founded the Tinogona Foundation, later renamed Tererai Trent International, which has built several schools in Zimbabwe. In 2013, she received a master's in public health epidemiology from the UC Berkeley School of Public Health. She has done so much. She's dogged. I told you, she's been there. She fought her way through. So now, Terara, yes, I like to call her name just the way she wanted to be called. She is a clear example that a woman who came from nothing to everything. She didn't have the platform. She didn't have the soft landing. No support from her background, though her mother did support. But what can she do? What could she do at that time? She was just a homemaker, just having children. So you really have no say. When they just leave you at home, you don't bring the money. You don't make decisions. All you do is just to keep having, to procreate. So her mother couldn't do anything, but her mother was just giving her the emotional encouragement. Like, okay, my daughter, you can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. So Oprah sent a crew with her to her town in Zimbabwe to dig up that thing, that can, which she put the paper in. It's a very beautiful thing. This is history made. And for every degree that she had, she would go there and strike it off and say, I have been able to accomplish this. Today, she's giving back to the society. She has so many schools in Zimbabwe, telling girls, training girls, giving them empowerment, empowering girls that they can be what they want to be if they put in the work and the determination to do it. So her story is this kind that I'll relate to, I'll link it to. No matter how many times you fall, what matters is when you get up, where are you going? When you get up, where what have you learned? What made you fall? What have you learned from falling? Where are you going? So in life, my brothers and sisters watching me today, no matter how many times we fall, it also applies to me. What matters is where am I going when I get up to dust off my all the dust on my body? Where am I going? Am I just going back home to say, oh, there's a bump there, I'm not going to go because I fell? Or am I going to try another route to make sure I get to my destination, even if I fail, even with the dirty clothes? So it matters a lot. Determination matters a lot. So I want you guys to also pick up from here, just like I am picking up. Determination matters a lot. Where you're coming from, I know it's a background, it does help, but you as the subject, what are you doing to attain that height that you dream of? You don't just sit down to dream. You dream, you live the dream and you act the dream. That's exactly what she did. She didn't just write those things down and slept. She continued to wish for, and when the opportunity came, she grabbed it. And today, she is known all over the world internationally. Thank you, my viewers. Again, I would love you to read on this woman. These are all African pacesetters, just helping others. In Zimbabwe right now, she has schools that girls are going to school, and she's voicing out for them. She's the voice of the voiceless and hope to the hopeless, giving hope to people that they can do it. It's doable. It is achievable if you put your mind to it. Thank you very much. Let me see if I have any new comments on my screen. Terra is determined. Thank you, IA. Yes, Terra is very, very determined to push through, and she has been pushing through. Now she has taken orders and they are pushing through. She's worthy of emulation. She's the power. She's a voice. She's a voice. We love her. Thank you, Terra. Thank you. I may not know you, but you will see this video someday and you know that we are all celebrating you. Thank you. Any other comment for me? I don't know what that says. Hello. Hello. Okay. So any other one? Juliet Imotinya. Hi, babe. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. Awesome. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Juliet. Good evening. Oh, okay. It's evening where you are. Good evening, my dear lady. Good evening. Happy Sunday to you. And thank you for coming on to the show. It's been a very, very nice one. In case you're just tuning in, I will want you to go back when we finish this show so you don't miss out on anything. Okay. Any other one? Okay, so my comment is finished. I am going to introduce an app to you right now. It's called Rescue Me Now app. There was one time I brought this app onto the stream, and I was telling you about the app, what it does and how it helps people. This app is called Rescue Me Now app. It's just for 2K, 2,000 naira, not $2,000, 2,000 naira in Nigeria. In Nigeria right now, the insecurity, the kind of things going on there, it's unprecedented. The amount of danger, you can't just You can't keep tabs anymore. So this is why GCSDN introduced this app called Rescue Me Now app. So what does it do? In case you are in danger, in an emergency, those people that were victims yesterday or today never thought in their life that they're going to be victims. So this is always what we think. We don't pray for any bad situation, but it happens anyways. So even if you like it or not, it does happen. Even if it's not our prayer for it to happen, it does happen. So when it happens, what do? You don't wait for them to kill you before you start shouting, help me, help me. What you do, when you sense danger in an area, you will know. As a human being, your brain is able to respond to stimuli. You know that this thing is going on, something is not right. Like, you can add 1 and 2 together, something is not making sense here. You press this app. When you feel that your life is endangered, you press this app, and what does it do? This app goes straight when you download this app, you put 5 numbers, local numbers for your security in your local state, security apparatus, and 5 numbers from friends and family. So when you press contact, it will go straight to the police, it will go straight to all the security apparatus, then it will go to your family too, that, oh, so person is in danger, and they will all just, come into action. Especially the police, they'll come into action and rescue will be on the way. So before that dangerous situation takes place, or before anything too far takes place, they would have been there to help you. So this is why we are saying, please protect yourself. How much can you tag on your life? How much price tag can you put on your life? This is 2,000 naira. Technically, it can't even do anything for you in Nigeria. So how much is your life? How much price tag? So let me play the video for you, and then you understand what I'm talking about. Welcome back to the show, my dear viewers. So you would have watched and see the video about what it does. It's exactly what I said. Please, your life is worth more than 2,000 naira. So please download this app and have it ready on your phone. I don't pray for any danger. Nobody does that. But when it happens, if it happens, then you have a backup. And nothing will happen to you because of this app. So please download. It is a good thing to do. Okay. So I have one comment. Let me see. On my show right now with this. Okay, Bosse Edosoma. Hi, wifey. We celebrate terrorized achievement. It takes great effort and achievement. It takes great effort to achieve all that she has acquired. God bless her. Exactly, my wife. Exactly. Like I said, She came from a very poor home, poor background, no hope, and still she was able to come to this level. Kudos to her, kudos to her, kudos to her. I praise her effort. It takes great achievement. It takes determination, though. It takes hard work. It takes every fiber of your being to get to where she is now without a platform, without help. She is a great woman. So I celebrate her today. And thank you guys for joining me to celebrate this beautiful woman and Chimamanda, our finest writers, one of our finest writers, beauty and brain. Thank you so much. Do I have any other comments? Okay. No more comment. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the show. We've come to the end of the show right now. It's been a very, very beautiful time with you. Next week, we are going to air here at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Please, I don't want any confusion. Some of my viewers today didn't come on. Maybe they're confused about the time. But last week, I made it very explicit. It was very simple. I told you I was going to be airing now by 8 p.m. If anything changes, you'll be the first to know. So next week, I'll be here too again by 8. Don't fail to show up. Don't fail to subscribe, share this video, and like. Okay, so that when I come on, you'll be the first to know when you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Until we see next week, I want you to be cool. Please remember to do good for yourself and other people. Go beyond your reach to touch other people's lives. Thank you so much. Ciao.